want to do a quick video today addressing the new Iowa raccoon, possum, and skunk and groundhog too trapping seasons here in Iowa. There seems to be a lot of confusion about it, so I figured that we need to get a video out there for everyone to just kind of clean up the air about what exactly the rules are. I got a list here that I printed out straight from the rule book on exactly what these rules and regulations are. So for those of you guys that are unaware, Iowa changed the season on raccoons, skunks, and possums to be year-round now, on private land only with specified traps. So I'll get into it here. So on page 6 of the reg book, you will find that it says highlights and changes. That's the title. That's talking about the highlights and changes for the regulations from the Iowa DNR this year. So for landowners, the Iowa legislature passed a law allowing landowners or tenants to dispatch raccoons causing damage to their agricultural property outside of city limits. Landowners may shoot or trap raccoons, skunks, groundhogs, and possums using cage or dog-proof traps. Landowners do not need to notify the DNR before shooting or trapping. So that is for landowners, guys. That is on private land, landowners taking care of animals that are causing damage to their crops, pretty much. And then we got non-landowners. The Iowa DNR approved rules to allow for year-round hunting and trapping of raccoons on private land. That does not include the road ditches, also known as the row or right-of-way, or public land. That is specifically just private land that it is legally year-round on, with only dog proofs and cage traps. While the raccoon season will be continuously open during the time of year outside of the fur harvester season, only firearms, cage traps, or dog-proof traps are legal methods to take, again, on private land only. During the fur harvester season, trappers may use other lawful traps normally allowed during the trapping season. The regular fur harvest season has been extended 1 month, now closing on February 28th. So, as you guys can see, it is restricted specifically to dog proofs and cage traps and only on private ground. So we'll get into what the fur harvest season is now. So we're going to stick to raccoons, skunks, and possums on this just because that's the topic of this video. That's what's really changed going into this year. So, and this is found on page 10 of the reg book. November 4th through February 28th. So that is the first weekend of November to the last day of February. Raccoon is continuously open on private land and public land. Okay, so that is including the row. That's everything. On November 4th to February 28th, it's open everywhere. You can use any of the legal traps described later on in the book, which we'll get into. But we'll get into the right-of-way trapping now. Just to specify that you cannot do it unless you're in that time range for these specific animals. On page 33, you'll find a person may not place a trap, stake, or non-indigenous set making material upon any public road right-of-way except during a period of time that begins 2 weeks before trapping season. So that 2 weeks before trapping season is going to be what a lot of guys call pre-staking. That's putting your equipment out there, staking it, not setting it, just staking your traps. And then that ends on the last day of the season. So all your traps got to be out of the right-of-way or public lands at the end of season, which for these animals will be February 28th this year, which is different from last year and years prior. But it's February 28th this year. So again, like I said, you can find trapping rules and regulations on page 32 and 33 of the reg book. Trapping seasons and bag limits are on page 10. So if you guys have any other questions, leave them in the comments. We're just trying to clear some stuff up on this. I know I've had some stuff sent to me and had a lot of questions about guys who don't know exactly what the rules are. So hopefully this narrows it down for some of you guys a little bit. Don't want anyone out there doing anything illegal. We as trappers need to always be doing stuff as legally and ethically as we can. So with that, guys, if you would, please subscribe to the ITA channel here. I got a lot of stuff coming up this trapping season from members of the Iowa Trappers Association from all across the country. So also, if you would, sign up for the Iowa Trappers Association. The link is in the bio for the channel. It's only $10 a year for non-publication, so it's just $10, guys, if you would. Trying to show our strength in numbers for the Iowa Trapper Association. So if you got an extra $10 laying around, that non-publication membership would be awesome, and we much appreciate your support. So anyways, guys, hopefully this cleared up the air for you. And any more questions on this, you guys let us know in the comments. Thank you.